to Cornell. I think they really pushed us to a fun limit. I think that what we're going to do is watch film tonight and tomorrow and really learn something from what they did to us. And there's some shots that we thought were kind of lucky, but when you play that hard and you have a good system like Coach had for her program, you're going to get luck sometime. And so, but the neat thing is I got these young ladies on our team. At the end of the day, they know how to put the round thing in the brown thing, and that's what's really cool about this team. It's just a matter if you stop with DeAsia, we put in a KP, and next thing you know, DeAsia comes in and hit 13 free throws in the fourth quarter. So we're really excited about what we're building, and I can't wait the finals are over because these young ladies are really smart, and they really put their emphasis on our second part of our CAB, and that's characters first, academics is always second, and then the ball bounces. So we're getting closer to being just academic free for a little bit.
All right, we'll take questions for just the student athletes. Raise your hand on the phone. Yep.
Deisha and Georgia, you guys struggled from three throughout most of the game, but then late in the fourth quarter, you guys had a stretch. You guys hit three pointers in a row. What did you guys see offensively there, and how important was it to find that stroke from long distance?
I think those threes came off of all the attention being on me once I was driving to the basket. So once the attention was solely on me, it was easy to get the ball to my shooters.
Oh, yeah. I really think that our defensive effort, we really started getting stops and steals, and everyone was giving energy to each other. So then when we were on the offensive end, those shots are just bound to fall. So I think it really came from our change in our defense there that helped us with those threes late in the stretch.
This one's for any of you guys, but what do you think the turning point was tonight?
We got mad. That's it. We got mad. It's like, what are we doing? Like, we just had a moment where we just got mad and then came out and refocused and just locked into who we are, I think. We lost that a little bit, and once we did that, we were good.
Yeah, I agree. Especially like coming out from halftime, just really focusing up and really like digging down like who is Syracuse women's basketball. Like that first half, that was not us. So really us just digging in on that, thinking about that, and really just focusing on us playing Syracuse women's basketball is what really changed it up.
Georgia, being from Australia, you don't get to play in front of your family as much as you would like, but playing in front of them today, what was it like for you getting off to that hot start playing in front of your family?
Nah, it was great. They're back there. It means the world to me, It's the first time they see me play in college basketball, so, they give me everything my whole life and always poured into me. I don't think they've ever missed a game I've played my whole life, so even if it's online, they up at 4 a.m., whatever time it is, they're trying to watch it, listen to on the radio, so to have them here and see me play in person, it just means the world to me, and it's making me emotional because it means the world to me.
Struggled from the field, but 16 from 18 from the free throw line. How do you keep your head in the game when the shots aren't falling, but once you get down the stretch, you're able to hit all those free throws to basically help your team win the game?
I think just because one thing isn't working, at the end of the day, I'm a shot maker. So if I don't take the shots and play aggressive, nothing will change. So it's like if I focus on the missed shot or focus on the mistake, those 16 free throws won't come, and I won't, have the opportunity to help my team, even have success.
Alyssa, with Isabel Berger out again today, just kind of describe what you've done to take a bigger role in the front court, being a little bit less depth these last couple of games.
It's really just being there for my teammates. We down a couple bigs, so it's just if it's Coach said, if it's 4, if it's 3, if it's 2, it's just getting the job done. So my teammates need me and just dig it down, get a job done, do whatever it is that I need to do for us to get the win.
For any of the players, Cornell's Emily Pape had a big game today offensively, finishing with 27 points, shooting 13 of 17 from the floor. How did you guys go about quieting her down the stretch? Her play kind of dwindled down toward the end of the game there.
We got her in foul trouble. We got her in foul trouble, and she had to sub in and out of the game more than not. So I think that's what it was. We figured out how to limit her by, going at her.
Sorry, Jeff.
Okay. Deej, you really turned on the Jets during the second half to help get your team back up front. What were some of the things that were going through your mind to help the team make that comeback?
I was just telling myself to breathe. I get down on myself a lot, being, the player that I am and, having the abilities that I do. So just breathe and keep playing. Just breathe. You're fine. Like, you're good. Don't worry about it. Just keep playing. Just breathe. That's it.
One or two more questions for the student athletes. We'll go to Justin and
In the first half, you guys had your lowest scoring first half of the season. What did you see from Cornell's defense throughout that period? And then how did you guys adjust in the second half?
I don't think it was really their defense that was not making us make shots. I mean, we were taking shots, we just weren't making shots. I mean, that happens. I mean, I don't think it's us. It's us, and I feel like our energy behind our shots is what made us miss them. So once we fixed that in the second half, we were successful.
For Deja or Georgia, one of the catalysts of that run in the fourth quarter was great defense. Both of you finished with 4 Deja steals and 3 Georgias. Talk about kind of how the intensity on defense can help you stay in games and kind of get going even if you're not on going on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think I kind of already touched on it, but when someone does a good thing, they take a charge, it gives energy to the rest of the team. And so just those 1% things, and I think everyone had something like that in that last quarter. So when you have each player doing something like that, it just brings us together. And I think, I'm going to keep saying it. I really think defense made the difference. When our defense was better, our offense was better. So I just really think that's what it was.
last question.
Alyssa, you got called for an offensive foul off of a great offensive rebound. Just being really aggressive, but you continue to fight. Really, it energized everybody else. Everybody else getting offensive rebounds down the stretch. What does it say about your stick-to-itiveness to keep going for those offensive boards and setting the attitude for the rest of the team?
It's just knowing I come out with the same energy right out the gate. Just seeing how, like Jordan said, everybody brought something. So if all of us, including me, bring that in the beginning, it changes the whole game. So just focusing on coming out aggressive right out the gate, bringing that energy, it affects everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell your parents to look over here. Look over here when I come over. Okay, they're gonna go out with you right now? Okay.
All right, we'll take questions for Coach Jack.
Before we ask questions, I just wanted Georgia parents to see something really quick. Are they still over there? Yeah, tell them to come over for a second because I want to, while you see it sitting over there. Yeah, okay. Mom, can you see this? Mom and Dad, this is what I deal with your daughter a lot. This is what she is. Right now, she's not being this, and so she's being nice, so I got to keep it down, but this is what I'm teasing. Thanks so much for coming. God bless. Now I can put this down. Okay. You're welcome.
All right, Coach Jack just transformed back to the nice version.
I'm nice now. I'm nice.
Coach Jack.
Coach, so she had big free throws down the stretch. Can you talk about the level of trust that you have in her in those late game situations?
All 3 guards, we have trust in those guys. Georgia, Deasia, and Elena. We're going to make mistakes, but it's never going to be, oh, my God, I wonder if I should not count on this person here. One thing about Dee's been with me for 5 years, and she understands the assignment. We take care of the ball. We make things happen, and we don't drop our head if we make mistakes. And, if the mistake is made, they look over at you, they can't tell that you made that mistake because, that's not what we do. That's not the part of the assignment.
Coach, if you could talk a little bit about the perseverance of this team, just a 14-point deficit in that second half, and then you guys able to roar back. So what can you really say about the perseverance?
We had to really fight. I mean, they was not going to give it to us. We had to fight for the energy. And I just really couldn't understand where the energy was. And they really did not want to try. They just couldn't figure out how to find energy to create that synergy. And Georgia was the catalyst behind the energy. She not only talked to the players, she went after the coaches too. She said, coaches, we need y'all better. We need you more from you guys. She looked right at me and said, Coach Jack, where are you? And that, to me, is a sign of a player that wants it more for everybody than for herself. And I had to give her more. I had to go after everything. I had to go after the officials. I had to go after players. I had to sub people out that wasn't conventional because she asked me for perfection, and I needed to give her that. And so the difference was Georgia Woolley. And I'm trying to figure out, last week we tried to get the Latham's apartment. I'm trying to now get the Woolies a condo somewhere. Anybody have a place that they can stay for about a month or so? It's just through the month of January. Don't be selfish, people.
Coach Kennedy Brookins got a little bit more minutes than she usually gets today. Can you just talk about her impact when she came to the floor, especially in that third quarter when she subbed out, I think, for Deasia Fair?
We needed that aggressive moxie. I'm not scared of you. I'm willing to put my foot in your throat in order to get to the basket. That intensity of purpose. We didn't really care if we fouled or we didn't care if we didn't make a shot, but we needed to impose ourselves on that team. And she was our imposition. She was the one that really had that kind of moxie to really get after it and not try to sidestep it, but go right through people's chest. And she settled it for us, and she got a couple fouls on key players for their team, and we're able to bring our other kids in to really try to win the game.
Coach, it seemed like the rebounding battle wasn't going the way for a lot of the game, but how big were those all those second chance points late in the game? Huge. It's going to be neat to get Sophie back. It's going to be nice when Izza can come back, and we dealt with like a 3/4 of Kyra, and she got some huge rebounds late in the game. But at the beginning of the game, they were beating her up, man. She had a stomach bug first. Then she went out there and got hit her head. And she said, Coach, I'm good. And the next thing you know, she got hit in the nose. And no one checked anything on this kid. And she just understand, nobody's going to give us anything. We got to figure out how to take it. And so our numbers are low in our big spot. We had to put Georgia down low. We had to put Elena down low. We try to mix it up until we can catch our breath. And once we caught our breath, like Deasia said, we learned how to breathe and breathe as a coherent unit. We're a tough team to beat when we're working as a unit.
A couple more questions for Coach Jackman in the back.
Coach, Deasia moved up today to 25th all-time on the NCAA scoring list. What does it mean to you to be her coach?
Oh, that's a great question. People always say, what does that mean that she's 25th? That means absolutely nothing to me. But to be her coach, to know where she came from, to know what she's done to get to where she is, to see all the disbelief from the people in her community, to see all the disbelief in the people that she play against, to hear people say somebody from Buffalo can't come to Syracuse and be a big name in the ACC and she getting first team offense and defense side of the ball. And to know that this is the most humble person I ever met, and the only thing that she don't like to do is put the ball up in the air to score. She wants the assist and she wants to defend. To know who she is as a person, to know what she had to fight to do to get her family in the position that they're in right now, this means more than any basketball win that I could ever have, any kind of award that could ever come to me as an individual coach. This is why I do it, to see young people find their wings, and sometimes those are damaged wings, to get them cleaned up, to get out there and spread them and become the fly. She's going to be special in this world. And right now, there's an opportunity for our women's basketball community to really get behind somebody like her, somebody that don't look like the people that's getting all this recognition. But a 5'4" kid doing what she's doing right now, show me somebody that's better than her in the size body that she has, and I'll show you that you got a fake. I have a wonderful young lady that deserves just as much accolades as the people that gets it before her. Deasia Fair is the real deal. She is what I call an exemplary cab person.
Going back to your trust level in your three guards, Elena, Deasia, and Georgia all hit threes in the last minutes of the game. How important was it for them to hit those shots, 1 and 2, especially from Deasia and Elena, who were struggling throughout the whole game?
I said to them, I don't really care if you make them, but you worked hard enough to take them. I didn't say make them. I said take them. We're in position when you take them. When you don't take them, now we have to figure out what to do next with our bodies because the play says for you to take them. And so that's what they ended up doing. They missed one. I said, see, you guys still take them. And they ended up hitting those ones that matter. That's what players do. They hit the ones that matter, especially when you do the work. And those young ladies been really after it.
Last two questions for Coach Austin.
Hey, Coach. Good teams find a way to win.
Yes, sir.
You've had, you've been in the thick of it these last 3 games with Northeastern, Ohio, and now tonight with Cornell, winning in different ways. What does it say about the group that you have this season to find new ways to win?
Resilient. We have a resilient team. There's not anybody on this team that think about me. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to get a double-double. We dealt with a lot of things last year behind the scene. When I tell you we're not dealing with any of that selfish stuff this year, I'm not lying to you. These young ladies care about each other. They care about the game being won by Syracuse. And that resiliency they're showing is second to none. And I am just humbled that I'm able to be in my second year with this kind of tough group of young ladies that exemplify the word resilient.
Coach, Cornell's Summer, Parker Hall, and Emily Pave combined for 45 points tonight. How difficult was it for your team to defend those two, and then how did you guys overcome, their strong offensive production at the end?
Well, one thing about a team, if you can't stop everybody, you stop the other 3. Two people can't beat a team, and that's what's the difference between our team and others. We call it our family versus your team, because you stop DeAsia, we put KP in the game. You stop KP, Georgia's going to do her little slithery thing inside the lane and hit threes. You stop her, Elena's going to defend. You stop her, you got people like Alyssa Latham, rookie, who had to hold an entire big position by herself because everybody was in foul trouble or hurt. And then you throw in Kyra, who was going through a lot of elements, and she's getting key rebounds. It's our family. Versus those two, I'll take our chances all day. Thank you so much for all you guys do.